Hello everyone, so today we're doing the Bibury loop as described in the Cotswolds Mountain Bike book, available on Amazon and other good bookshops. I'll put a link in the description. So we start off this route in Bibury, and this time of year you've got tourists, so it's can be difficult to park, but we'll generally find a space somewhere. I think it's not like a Saturday or a Sunday midday. Not with anything the Cotswolds is best to attempt in the summer, to be honest, because come winter it gets very wet and muddy. So this loop, it's about, well, we measured it at just over 19 miles with just over 1,200 feet of climbing. It's about 50% tarmac, 50% bridleways. So in the winter, or when it's wet, those bridleways are going to be muddy. So just prepare for that. You don't really need any special equipment. I'm running a hardtail today, so my Ragley Big Wig. First of all, we climb out of Bibury, so on this road, and the first real climb starts to level out around here next to a beautiful set of garages stroke house stroke farm, Grove barn. But it's not the end of the climbing, so maybe use the opportunity to recharge slightly. So still on this road, taking a bit of a drink. Just come across two roadies. Say hello to, they didn't say hello back, they seem to be oblivious. One seems to be oblivious to a car that was behind him now. In the defence of the cyclist, with the road noise and everything, it can be quite difficult to tell if you're in a car and you're behind the cyclist. The cyclist doesn't necessarily know. So I mean, look, I'd be okay with a friendly toot. There's not a blast on the horn, obviously. I kick the shit out of your car as you went past, but you know, a nice little friendly toot. Would, you know, I appreciate that if someone's behind me. You know, it's all about hazard awareness and helping those around you make decisions based on hazards that you're helping identify. So, yeah, you know, if you're behind me, little friendly rev the engine. If you've got a nice car, if you've got a shit car, don't bother. Or a nice little friendly toot. We'd most appreciate it. To a T-junction, which we go right on, and we're basically going to Cotswolds Mountain. As you come into Cotswolds Mountain, the road's quite narrow, so you eventually find traffic coming up. So yeah, just use common sense. Most cars will pull in. You don't get very many tourists around this bit, so it's generally locals. But just before we get to the post office, we turn left and go down the hill. So we're just coming into Hayfroth now, and I'm going to hold my breath because he's got in the grass. This road's technically closed at the moment if you're in a car. Don't attempt it. On a bicycle, you can do it. You can squeeze through. So as you come to the end of the road near the primary school, you go left. More road. We eventually, after a lot of road work, turn left and actually start on the off-road bit. You come across a gate for a bridleway. It's just in the middle of nowhere. If you're going too fast, you will miss it. This is the gate. What you want to do when you get to this bit is, this gate can be broken, just make sure it's secured. You go off towards the right, so through a whole bunch of stingers. Unfortunately, I'm wearing shorts today. Into a bit of a downhill. This is quite a nice bit of downhill. There are some hidden bits. Just be careful. Maybe not put too much weight over the front, especially if you're an XC rider. So there is a gate here. So you can't, right, you know, bomb over. Oh yeah, no you can't. So you have to go through the gate. Unless you want to climb up the bank and maybe jump the wall with barbed wire on it. I wouldn't do it unless you've got a mate with you who's maybe adept in first aid and used to deal with stupidity. So the gate's closed. Then we continue down a bit more. We join the path. So just be careful on this bit. As I say, there is a bit of a digging bit which is hidden by the grass. You know, unless you know, you don't. Yeah, which basically we join the tarmac bit and we go left. Yeah, and then it's yeah, you guessed it, back to climbing basically. At this sign here, we transition back off-road. Because technically that wasn't a road, but you know, it's hard, well, it's tarmac, so road-ish. And so you just climb up this till you get to the gate and you keep on going straight. And there's the Big Wig in all their finery. I've just stopped very quickly to have an energy gel and a bar. I wouldn't expect anybody else to stop here for food and energy gel. I started from home, so I'm already over halfway round this loop, which will be sort of explained during the video. I didn't do this loop the way you would do it for a sign of Bibury. I actually started in North Leach, which isn't even on the loop, so I pedalled to the loop, then started it sort of probably the last quarter. So yeah, I'm already, this isn't a 19-mile loop for me today, it's close to 25. The gate, there's a lot of these on this route, and in the Cotswolds in general. Anything to stop, you know, put people off actually walking around here, I suppose. The gate wasn't shut properly, but I will shut it properly. Some of them are knackered, so you know, some of the ramblers who come through it may not have the strength to actually put the gate back properly, so you can't blame them really for the poor state of repair or anything else. Most people come to this channel to view product videos, product reviews. It's only a few select connoisseurs that watch these videos with me riding round. Hello, yeah, it's working now. I was just going to say that eventually turn left onto this tarmac, which is again relatively flat. I'm not making this route look very interesting. It's a nice day out for different skill levels, so if you're riding with people that differ in skill level, and maybe some of them are quite beginnery, it's a good route. So we're about to go back off-road again. There's something for the GoPro out as well, it's starting to play up a bit. So we'll go through this gate here and keep going on the field, I think. So we've got a slight decline now, downhill. Not really down the hill, but hey, you're having to pedal it. Bit rough, bit chattery. Not much that, to be honest, most people will be able to deal with at this easily. If you're on a gravel bike, you might want to try and obviously find the softer bits. If you're on a mountain bike, who cares? It's all good. and you guessed it, through yet another gate. Yeah. So a bit more downhill. I suppose anything you potentially risk down here is a puncture if you're not running tubeless, as there's probably some spiky bits which could do your tyring and you're in the tube. You go this way. I'm not talking from snobbery, by the way. I don't run tubeless either. Can't stand that stuff. This is where we come back off the road, so just be careful with this bit. I had a bit of a nasty pedal strike 2 days ago when I did this route, and it swung the back of my bike violently to the left, and my back is already gone. So yeah, it was quite painful. At this point here, it goes two ways. You want to go towards the right. At this bit, you want to go left. Still more uphill. So eventually levels out. You end up on a dirt track. This dirt track's quite long, so I'll come back when it changes. And now we're going downhill for a bit to a road. I said downhill. Slight decline. Nothing massive. Once you come out of here, you're basically taking the road towards North Leach, which starts with a climb. Lovely. Boring and uses energy. Anyway, less whinging, let's get on with it. So you get to here and you're basically just going across following the signs for North Leach, and yeah, you're probably there thinking, hold on, the last sign said North Leach 4 miles and that one says North Leach 4 miles. Yeah, it's about 4.5 miles away from here, North Leach, so I'd ignore both, to be honest. Yeah, now we've got another road, but we do go back to the off-road shortly. On this road, it's best to get that free speed while you can. Bit of a recharge. You do end up climbing on this road as well, so yeah, best hitting it. Get the climb in. So as you go past Tidmarsh House and Kilkenny Farm, you then turn left onto the byway, which is here. There's a gate here, but if you go out around to the right, it's usually open. In usual Cotswold style, this is usually hard, but during the winter when it's wet, there's some horrible bits. But yeah, just continue to, it's mostly climb up. It's largely flat on average, but yeah, I'll come back when there's a direction change. So here, you turn right, and certain times of the year these gates are actually closed because of the cows tend to calve in this field. No, that time of year, this is a horrible sloppy mess. So I've just done that path, and this bit here is really horrible during anything but the driest of times. It's all very wet and muddy normally. Fuck's sake, getting stuck in the ruts here. Look, I normally go across the top. Right, you go past this farm. What you do is you basically just follow this road, this bridleway now, until you get to the road. So I'll see you there. And we'll come to the road. Sometimes the gate's open, sometimes it's closed. Today looks like it's closed. Typical, isn't it? Two days ago they were both open. Gave quite a bit of like a hay fever headache now. Maybe a sunstroke headache, I'm not quite sure. I've been keeping my fluids up, but I say it's been over 30 degrees. pull into the Wahoo. Just blow off the inset, which is irritating my eye off my glasses. So yeah, now you just follow this this road, and then you turn left just before Saltway Farm house thing. But I'm actually going to go home now with my 5 miles to go home, so I'm going to hand you over to Past Me. So through some editing trickery, which I will have explained at the beginning of this video, but the beginning of this video is actually in the future from where I am now, if that didn't confuse you. So I actually started this loop in a weird place. Well, towards the end. It's largely because it's the bit that's closest to my house and I've cycled over. So it's about, I added an additional 6-7 miles to this loop if I cycle straight from home. So I've started the loop here, but actually the loop starts over in Bibury, and so will this video. So if you notice some differences in the lighting conditions, where it seems to be lighter now than at the the beginning of the video, then that's why. So basically this is Saltway Farm, or at least this is the public byway that's near Saltway Farm, or starts at Saltway Farm. Yeah, I'm not going to say I know the names of everything. As you just saw it, you know, it was a grassy bank, transitions to this more solid hard pack stuff. An old barn there. Got a corrugated mill. It's not like ancient, but old, well used. And yeah, by this point, probably anybody else taking this route, you'd be glad for the downhill bits. From this point onwards, there's not that much climbing left. There is a bit, but want to get some free speed in. It's not exactly the most interesting bit of tarmac, so I just noticed my seat was wobbling then, or was it my legs? I don't know. We'll tighten it up when I get home. That's the gate for Rider Park. I think it goes on a slight decline, slight downhill. You just want to be careful, low hanging branches, and there's various things that can catch you out, hidden by, well, green grass. This time of year anyway. Other times of year this is muddy and nasty. So, but, you know, some big roots, and now it's going back up again. You get to this gate, it's the one on the right, the one on the left is private land, so don't get caught trespassing obviously, because farmers have shotguns. This one's got cows in today, beautiful cows. So normally on this bit you're supposed to go all the way down this path and to the next gate, but there's like a small lake. It's actually just a puddle, or a, you know, it's just because of water have collected, but on the path, unless you want really wet feet, I'm not advising this by the way, it's a bit of a poacher line. Go past the tree and circle back around on the other side. Obviously if you do come across a farmer or something, just really do apologise. Say you won't do it again. and then back on this path right up to the gate. Through yet another gate, and then you go uphill. Not the most interesting bit of downhill, but I tried to video all the downhill bits, and there we go. So as you come out of here, you're back on the road, and now we basically just take the road until we get back to Bibury. Just basically turning right here. This is the actual, just keep following this road now, and you're back at Bibury. 30-mile-an-hour markers, we come back into Bibury, and depending on where you've parked or when you've started, the end of this loop. Thanks for watching.